And then we'll get the flags and all those. Have a moment of silence, please. And with that, the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you that you still cover. Okay, number 4, public testimony. Citizens are invited to speak on any topic or agenda item before and during the meeting by raising your hand to be recognized. However, unless the item is specifically listed on the agenda, the Parks Board is required under Texas State Meetings Act to limit its response with a statement of specific factual information reciting the city's existing policy on that issue, or directing the person making the inquiry to visit with city staff about the issue, and no board deliberation is permitted for topics not specifically listed on this agenda. It looks like the only people that are here are people that's going to be speaking anyway. So we'll move on. Roll call. Myrick's here.
Zulia's here.
Fox is here.
Floyd is here.
Mud is here.
That worked good.
Jennifer called. She said probably starting next month. She'll be back.
She's back. Well, don't hurry. You know, she's busy.
I met her baby last week.
You did?
So
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. Okay. Approved minutes for September the 4th, 2025, regular meeting.
A motion to approve the September 4, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
And I second.
We have a second. We have a motion. We have a second. All those that agree, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Report from council liaison, council member for place 3. Guess who?
I don't have anything that's not going to be discussed later on, so.
You're gonna pass the free space?
I am, but I'm gonna take it up later, so.
Okay. Number 8, consider approval of the section for the September Yard of the Month contest. Anybody who'd like to start that off?
Councilwoman Turner, did you ever make contact with Purdue?
No, y'all, I tried my hardest to get the one that had all the native plants out there, and I even left my name and number on her doorbell ring, and I could never get in contact with her, so, and then I ran out of time, so I did not get an August 1 replacement for it, so we'll just have to skip August and go to September.
Okay. Anybody else got a comment on it?
So what will it do for the sign? I guess we'll keep it, right? Or,
We can, you mean like for next year?
yeah, because it says September on there.
Oh, no, so we'll do a September one. It'll be the August, the little metal sign is that the one you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, I guess August.
We can, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just keep it for next year.
Okay, if there's not any more conversation on it, we'll move on.
Well, we need to go ahead and vote on, September.
Oh,
We didn't get many nominations, so we just repeated the ones that had already been nominated. And there was a house I passed on the corner of Thursa, that looks absolutely beautiful right now. If these are ones you want to continue to pass on, that one I think will meet your standards for sure. It also allows us to get on this side of the boulevard, which we have not gotten anyone on this side of it. We tried with Purdue as well, but we just haven't hit that side. So I really think it's important to scoot over across the boulevard. So,
Do you have an address on Thurston?
I don't. It's literally either on the corner of Thursa, and maybe that's the Shielder that comes by. Maybe it's Linda. I'm not sure which one, but it was a corner house. Was on my way to a garage sale Saturday, and
It wasn't Gilbo, the one that's in here, right?
oh well, it might because Gilbo's over there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is this? Do you think this is on the corner of? I don't think the house was as modernized as this one.
yeah, that's a corner lot
And
there.
I don't think it had as many, it didn't have potted plants. It was a big mixture of large shrubbery and landscape flowers all the way around.
Was that not the one that you nominated?
Gilbo, yeah, it's on James
I don't know, it's been a long time, but thanks for remembering.
I think so.
His was a man and his wife, and the only thing is that they had planted flowers, and that was pretty nice, but I went by there 2 weeks ago. Of course, they're not blooming like they were. But they seemed like they were the people that, once those things would die off, that they'd replace them. They don't look like, they seem like they enjoy it. I guess what I'm trying to
The
say.
house I saw is in that area, and it may be the same house, I'm not sure, but they definitely have a lot of planted flowers, definitely annual flowers with a good mix of green shrubbery and things. And a very nice green, well manicured yard. One yard I had nominated, since then, I keep seeing him blow all the yard trimmings into the street. And then one neighbor actually complained about it, and I'm like, oh, well, that would be great when he gets yard of the month. But if y'all are okay taking that kind of sight unseen and trusting that decision, I can do that, or if you want to vote on one that is definitely in here.
Yeah, a motion to choose the one
But
that
let's make it the motion, the one previously voted on, or nominated. Just say on the corner of Thursa. Can we say the corner of Thursa? Is that good enough, Marvin?
Why don't they vote to authorize you to select
Okay,
the yard, and that way
Okay.
you can find the address and all,
okay.
if they want to.
Yeah, I motion to let Councilwoman Leanne Turner select the September yard of the month, which I think is that same house at Thursa and Gilbo.
Okay. Well, perfect.
But nevertheless, we'll let you confirm.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Your second. All above, please say aye.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same.
Just to make sure I heard right, Crystal, that was you that seconded, right?
No.
Okay, got it.
Is everybody ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay, report by Member Fox on September 18th, North Texas Giving Event.
So we raised $1,210 on North Texas Giving Day. That should be deposited into our account on November 1st. And Amazon is sponsoring covering the credit card fees for North Texas Giving Day through December. So if you know anybody who wants to donate, we'll save on credit card processing fees if they still do it through the Communities Foundation website through the end of December.
Did you happen to notice if we got?
I don't think we got,
$100
I think it was 1210 from the actual day, so I don't think we got the extra one that you called me about.
Okay. I'll check and see.
Well, that's nice of them for doing that.
Yeah.
Waiving the fees.
That's that.
Well, thank you for the information.
How much did you say we raised?
$1,210.
When's the next Texas Giving Day coming around?
So I think it's just once a year.
Yeah,
I mean,
annually,
the page stays live on Communities Foundation of North Texas
Oh,
website, so people can always find us and donate through there. They just do like the one big
Okay.
giving day in the fall.
Okay?
Yeah, want to
Um,
hear something interesting?
what?
So, the Meals on Wheels that I participate in, they did a challenge to all the different routes. So I call her my handlers. My handler sent it out to the route drivers, and literally within a couple hours, they had over $10,000. I know. I'm like, oh, but I know that's an extremely well-known, worthy cause. But I got excited. I thought, oh, if they could do that, we'll reach our 5,000.
Yeah, we've had quite a few people that live here that's done that, and worked with them, volunteered their time,
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of the time.
I couldn't believe how much they raised. And overall, it was, I don't even want to guess, I can't remember, but it was a large amount of money. So.
Well, maybe
Next time.
someday. Maybe someday it'll have
The more
that.
PR that y'all continue to do, and the more you get your name out there, the more people will be seeing you and willing to give, for sure. So thank you, Jill, for all the prep work you did to get that together.
Okay, number 10, Public Works Director, Poker Run. Held on September 13th.
Didn't raise as much as we would like. Y'all want a breakdown of everything, or you just want a big total?
Total.
Total was a profit of $915.72. That's 100% in the bank.
$915 we didn't have before.
I think that's great. I really do.
It was a decent turnout. Found out, I guess, at the next council meeting, that I met a gentleman that's the president of the Blue Knights, which is a motorcycle club for first responders, so like mostly police officers. He said, we didn't know nothing about it. He said, if we'd have known, he said, I'd have had 50 people here in a heartbeat.
You're planning on another one.
So next time.
So we'll try to do another one in maybe March or April, somewhere in there. We'll do another one, see if we can raise a little bit more. I don't think I want to do the raffle again. That 50-50 went over good. The 50-50, we raised $300
Oh, well.
just to sell. That's just-
From that segment,
That's just selling raffle tickets. It's, the auction items were, it was $483. But you don't want to just keep begging people to give you stuff.
oh, sure.
But I think also like having that minimum amount set. And then if nobody's interested, then we keep it for the next one, right? Kind of like what we did. But I think we need to just have a minimum amount set from the beginning.
I was really hoping that there would be people from town come just for the raffle.
I don't think they probably realized that, that they could participate in just the final event, because it just seems like that was the big event and that was just part of it, so they probably didn't even consider that they could come. We put out a couple posts about it, but I don't think it was, I don't think they knew. Even if they read it, I don't know that they would have come, because they probably felt like they would have had to participate in more than just the raffle. So, not the raffle, the silent auction.
Well, we had 4 tickets to the Rangers. Bottom section right on the field.
So also, we could work on doing that online. Can we? Having the silent auction?
If you know what you have prior.
Yeah. Well, that's part of planning and organizing. If we know long enough in advance and we have something good, or if we just have something good like that, just do the one item online, you know?
Yeah, if it's something like a big item or something, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then start a minimum and then whoever wants to bet on it and then there's a certain cutoff time.
Because those items, like the ball game tickets, bring several hundreds of dollars at the annual gala that CISD has. And sometimes they don't even have to be good tickets, it's just what they want, so that's how they're gonna give their
These
money.
went way too cheap,
Yeah,
way too cheap.
but you know, the people there had already spent a lot of money.
They have.
And so, and that might have been another reason to have them a visual of some kind so that they could see what they might want to spend their money on versus too many I mean, by the time you spend $100 on raffles or so, you
That's not
know,
even including your stops.
yeah.
And maybe for the next one, have 2 flyers, have like the motorcycle stuff, and then have the silent auction. Like if the silent auction, of course, can be included in one of the flyers, but have that separate flyer. Be like, hey, we have this going on.
Yes.
Motorcycles, if you're interested, but if not,
Yeah.
just
What
so
if we do 2 events? Like have the motorcycle, but they're out all day.
I mean, I think that's
What
what
if we
Claire's
do
saying.
something else during the day, not just the silent
Oh,
auction, but have something else going on in the meantime? And that'll, can end at a certain time, and then when the bikers get back, they can, so that people are there to do something else, but then we can also tell them, hey, we also have a silent auction. You know what I mean? Or like maybe if we have a long time, food trucks, or maybe we could get a band or something, or some high school kids or whatever to play outside, or have a volleyball thing going on while the bikers are out, or, you know what I mean?
I like
Get
having
more
something in
community.
between there, like combining fundraisers, you know. But also keep in mind, these last 2 fundraisers were minimal effort on our part, except one of the organizers of it. And so keep that in mind, and also, that in mind also, because I think, anytime you have a fundraiser that you raise $1,200 and no one had to show up, Jill, I don't wanna belittle it.
Oh, I didn't do much. It was, not a lot.
So, and then I know we owe Cassie a huge thanks. She did all the organizing for the poker run with Todd, and it was a whole lot of her family and friends as well. So we need to write her family a thank you note, honestly, or put them a plaque in the park. I don't know, but just keep in mind, anytime the least amount of work that we have to do and put into it with the big, I can't, my words escape me, but the least amount of work, big return, you know? So keep that in mind, because it will almost always be us right here in this room doing it, and we all have a lot of stuff going on outside of here as well, so. But, we could also, it might even go off bigger if we not necessarily involve LISA, but something that LISA could take part in as well, like a family event or something like you were talking about, if we could somehow combine those 2, where there's families and kids at the same time. That just always brings the big bucks, But I think they were great, and we are, a little over $2,000 richer.
Mhm.
So,
It's awesome.
so thank you, Todd, Cassie, and Jill, and those that showed up that day. You 3, actually, thank you.
Are we gonna show, on some kind of website maybe or something? Are we planning on showing how much money that we collected and different things, or are we?
That might be a good idea. I was asked the other night, and in the comment, they asked the question, how much we made, so I told them, and then the remark was, oh, because we never heard anything. And I thought, well, okay. So that might not be a bad idea to let them know. Definitely a lot of people had eyes on the park that, that wouldn't have had eyes on the park or hadn't ever seen anything from the Parks Board. So that was really good for PR, but I think if we let them know people are willing to give next time, they may be more willing to give as well. So it might not be a bad idea.
And then maybe, yeah, it's kind of like a thank you,
Yes,
whoever donated, and then we,
I like it. Yeah, that's perfect.
I think that'll work because it'll blend into whether they donate or not. Maybe might encourage
right.
them to donate.
I sent an email out to all the riders, tell them what we made, how much we appreciated them. That's already been done.
It's good.
Right, but
For the-
he's
There's
talking
been
social.
one from, where was he from? I couldn't read everybody's writing.
Oh, the gentleman.
And then I had somebody email back, I think you got the wrong guy, I live in like Colorado or something. Couldn't
Well,
read your writing.
come on down.
Yeah.
But I think they're talking more about a notice to the public of, look what the Parks Board is doing, and thank you.
But then do you think they'd be like, okay, so that money where like,
That's
Then-
coming next on the
oh, okay,
agenda.
gotcha, okay.
And your first remark when you put that out to the public, I didn't know anything about that.
I know.
Drives me crazy.
Every time.
Drives me crazy.
I mean, it just is what it is. It's always going to be that way.
Okay, move on. Update, Public Works Director on the upcoming sand volleyball tournament at the event center on November the 8th.
Yeah, I'm gonna need help with this. I don't know anything about volleyball. Somebody asked me today, are you playing APP rules? What the crap
I
is
know.
that?
I meant to.
I have no idea the rules of volleyball. I thought you just get in the sand and hit it back and forth and somebody wins.
So I meant to caution you because he had already made it, asked some questions on another site, and but that's what I was asking about the refs. I kind of think we've got to at least have a ref, one ref. It may not have to be strict rules, like I think that gentleman was thinking, but I think we've got to have some sort of formality to it, or
So
there's
I have
absolutely.
a friend back in Breckenridge, works for the city, that she started a sand volleyball league. They play on Wednesday nights. And she says, well, no, we don't pay a referee. Everybody's just pretty honest back and forth. And they've not had any problems yet. So I figure that's the best way to go. If we need a referee, then we need to get over one of the,
I'm
The high
competitive.
school
I'm not
coaches.
gonna spend my time playing a game and I need a referee. That's just me, and I was a volleyball player, so I'm like,
I would highly recommend, if y'all know who it is, get maybe the volleyball coach at high school would come and volunteer their time.
and I don't even think it has to be someone who like knows like the.
right.
I feel like I could probably teach just like these are the top things that just look out for, and that's it. And
You can have 2 volunteers stand on the corner.
yeah, and of course you chose. Is it the 8th? Man, I'm gonna be in a wedding, so I won't be there. But I feel like I don't think we need to have like an official referee or anything like that. But it's just someone who can say, oh yes, it was in. No, it's not.
So Melanie Dennis, that's on the stormwater board, she's a volleyball coach. She coached me in high school.
Oh, that's right.
So we can always ask her.
Yeah.
Who's
I would love
this?
to do that.
Melanie Dennis,
Mhm.
Yeah,
on stormwater.
Yeah.
She's a coach for volleyball.
She'd probably be glad to do it.
we can get her, just on, she's on Colorado scan.
Yeah, she takes a lot of trips. I mean, we can ask though, I'm glad you thought of that, Cassie, that's a great idea.
But as of right now, we've had nobody sign up.
I think, I
It's still a little early, but I would have liked by now to have 2 or 3 teams.
sent it to a high school group of people, challenging them, and they kind of jumped on it, so I think they might get a team together. So then I turned that on the other schools, and I said, look, the high school has a team, you know, don't let them outdo you. But I don't think I'm gonna get any takers. I think right now, honestly, it is, until we have it so built up that it's the event you want to be in,
Yeah.
October, November, and December are just cram packed with so many other activities, especially if you have kids. But it just may not, the timing may be a little off, maybe.
PD has a team.
Hmm?
PD has a team.
The Public Works Department?
No, police department.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I won't get one from the fire.
Well then maybe use that as a marketing tool, like,
That's the plan.
okay,
I just found out today
okay,
that
okay, how
Berkeley
fun,
said that they do have a team to play.
okay. So how many teams do you think we need to have before we say, let's just not worry about it?
I mean, it's $100 a team, so I mean, if you have 4 people out there, you make $400.
I think we,
4 teams?
Mm-hmm.
Right,
You made $400.
so, but I'm saying, let's say we only get 2 teams, are we really gonna go through with it?
No.
So you wanna say 4 teams is the bottom line?
Bottom line.
You can't really have a tournament unless you have at least.
right, I was about to say, yeah, unless we have just like a main event and it's somebody against somebody and we have to build that up.
Yeah.
Are we gonna sell concessions?
They're gonna do it inside the event center.
Okay, alright.
The only thing that I need, I guess, approval for is, I guess we gotta give something for the winner. I was thinking maybe just some little medals or something. They buy a 10-pack of these things on Amazon for like $30. Has a little volleyball on there, it says volleyball. I could get
But I
that
think it's
for-
gotta say something about River Oaks. You've gotta keep that,
Yeah.
when it's hanging
If
on
you
there.
get it- if you
Yeah,
do
you
that,
have to
you're
have
gonna be
something.
Spending a lot more money getting something put together.
I don't know, I think we can shop around, cause last year at the Fall Festival, I had some pretty decent trophies for the Scarecrow contest. And you can have it engraved, of course, those were trophies, but I think each trophy was like, 10, I think I got them finally at like $10 to $12. But like if you have only one team, you could either do a team trophy and then it's up to them to decide who it's for, or you could do 6 smaller trophies.
I think we do just one, right? We also don't know if it's a team of 4, a team of 6, like we don't know
True.
what their layout is gonna be
But
like.
I
I mean,
don't
it
think we'll
says
spend
6-person
over
team.
$50-$60, especially if we just
It
do
says it
one
on there?
trophy.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, volleyballs.
Huh?
Volleyballs. Those are anywhere from $12 to $150.
I have one in my backyard.
Yeah.
I have a volleyball.
a legit one.
Yeah.
And that might be something also that,
I think, is there different sizes? I mean.
No, there's just
Lord.
one size.
Basketball, you get them this big.
Oh yeah, if it's like men's or women's.
that or that might be something, the high school would loan us as well.
Maybe.
Um,
I don't know if there's a difference between the inside and the outside.
They're all pretty much the same.
Where are we gonna put it inside?
No, the ball, a
Balls.
different type of ball if
Balls,
you're,
there's different
playing
balls.
sand
Some for
volleyball
inside, some
versus
for
on the
inside,
court.
outside.
We can't move it. We can't move the date.
Yeah, because that,
We're slowly but surely getting the stickers up out there. We did 3 buckets of stickers today.
Well,
Um, So that little contraption we bought is really working well.
it's great.
how did we go about choosing the date?
How did we?
Yeah.
I just picked one.
Oh. I would love to be involved in like choosing the dates if possible in the future. That would be helpful to kind of.
Well, I don't think you were here at that meeting,
Okay.
but everybody just said, you just need to pick a date.
Okay, so everyone's just like, okay.
And I thought, all right, I'm open that weekend.
Yeah.
Well, are we too far down the road?
I think so because we already have flyers out.
flyers out
PD,
already.
yeah, like there's already teams joining.
Now, I will not charge the PD to play. That's more just for them to try to help get people there. I do have some public works guys that wanna put a team together. I'm still on the fence, but I won't charge them. Depends on who they get on their team.
We need
If
a
they
team.
start scamming the colleges, they're gonna pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe reach out to like the local churches and see
See,
if
I
they.
emailed all the churches in the area that had an email that you could, only had one church reach back out and say, I'll put the word out and see what we can get. Nobody else said a word.
Interesting.
But I don't know if they were good emails or not.
Yeah.
Oh, that is true.
I have no idea. I mean, I'm gonna try it again this week, well, next week.
Or maybe just stopping by.
I did stop at a couple of them, nobody was there.
Um,
I don't know if y'all go to church, get your churches up. I mean, that's how I wanted to start this thing with churches.
mm,
You get the churches involved, they'll get 2 or 3 teams going.
Yeah.
You know, we're making it clean.
I would reach out personally to Living Waters and personally to Trinity Baptist is always engaged in something.
Trinity's the one that actually reached back out.
What they said?
It said they'd get the word out.
Okay.
You know, nobody on their websites had anything about like youth pastors. If you get
One
the youth
thing?
pastors
You told
involved,
me One Faith can't come up with a T?
I never heard back from them.
Okay.
or maybe like, but he said, you know, he doesn't know if the email, you
Got
know,
to them or
I
not.
just
really
went
went.
What was on their webpage.
I'll,
I have the email from One Faith, their pastor. You want that?
Yeah, I mean, that's who I wanted to get to, was to the pastors, because they're the ones that talk a good game, so.
I also have it for Victory Church down there. I can send you both of those.
If you can get the churches involved, it'll grow really quick. And of course, we put on the flyer, you know, there's no alcohol, no drugs allowed. Try to make it family oriented.
that one group questioned that. They're like, how are we gonna make it through the day if we?
We can't have a beer or something.
Struggle through it.
Right. Go drink across the street and come back.
Yes, exactly.
Take a potty break in your car.
I know several members at each of those churches, so I'll, if I can get some flyer tonight, maybe print it out.
I think, don't we have some up front?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And then maybe they'll take them to church on Sunday, and I'll text several of them the flyer as well. And I didn't even think about that, but I'll reach
Really,
out.
the only thing that worries me right now is weather. You just don't know about November.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You don't know if it's gonna be cold or if it's, you just don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're going inside,
No, there's no
There's
option of, I mean,
Sand
if we
volleyball.
just have to abide it, that's one reason not to spend a whole lot of money, you know,
Because we could
On-
easily postpone, right? In case there's
Yes.
rain, we
Yeah.
could easily be like, at this time, you know.
we could
Yeah.
postpone till the spring. I don't think there's gonna be another weekend between here and there that.
So
we-
that it would just have to be the
Yes,
week after.
I just know that November is when deer season starts, and I have sweated when I went there hunting. So November is iffy. Sometimes it's really cold,
Sometimes it's really hot. And even if
It's La
it's
Nina. It's supposed to be warm this winter.
That's what they're saying.
and even if it's a little chilly, you know, it's better than it being like
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
I'm
it's
telling
fine.
you right now, if it's under 50, that thing's, I ain't staying out.
no, I
Yeah.
for sure. But I 50.
50's my breaking point.
I think in January, February gets to that weather, but not November. Because sometimes I'm thinking last year November I was wearing shorts.
Okay, so you said you needed, approval to do what?
If we wanna buy trophies.
Oh yeah.
The other thing is if we don't want to buy anything, we can take a percentage off of the top and pay cash for first and second place.
A percentage of how much we raise, or are we giving them a flat out? This is how much you will win.
Depending on the amount of teams you have, that's kind of how I did the poker run. I didn't put how much I was giving away for first and second, because if I only had, you know, like a small amount like we had on this one, I wasn't gonna pay them $100, because I didn't make enough to do it with. So I just put, if we wanna do cash, I
just say do a trophy.
I can redo.
I don't think there would be
I
enough
can
cash to
redo it.
split between 6 people to make it worthwhile.
I think
split
also,
between
yeah, let's just do a trophy. And so do you need their approval to spend like $50 on the trophy?
If
on
we
a
can get the
single
balls
trophy?
donated, yeah, I think $50 is plenty.
Approved.
I don't know any.
Wait,
of
what
the
type
other
of-
schools.
But are you gonna have it? Is actually gonna be because I actually do want where it says like River Oaks or some type of just to remember because I don't want it to just be like it's just a trophy.
Parks Board Foundation of River Oaks.
2025, like something to
Yeah. We'll make sure it's legit. We'll make sure it's a good PR thing.
yeah.
The only question would be is do you want little medals if we can get them engraved, little trophies if we can get them engraved, or one team trophy?
Just one team trip. But at least I'm thinking we just don't know how many people are going to be per each team. And then I know, she said that it said 6 people per team, but
Well, 6 people playing at one time. And then I found out today it was normally 2 or 4. I didn't know. I thought 6 was good.
so sand volleyball, yeah.
I just thought
2,
3 in
4.
the front, 3 in the back.
That's right.
I think
I
it should just be one trophy. Make it easier. We're not counting how many team
Okay.
members.
We'll make sure it's engraved somehow.
You're in charge of the trophy, Leanne,
I'll get it done.
because I don't want you coming.
I motion to Approve Todd and or Leanne to spend up to $50 on a trophy for the volleyball tournament.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Let's hurry and get them in there.
I second.
Okay, all those that agree, please say aye.
Aye.
You've been indoctrinated.
Do we have any kind of signs that we've used in the past to put out there that day that say Parks Board Foundation or sponsored by Parks Board Foundation? Do we have anything like that?
No.
No? Okay.
Do you need a motion to find something like that?
We don't have a banner?
I have a tabletop sign, but it's like this big.
I can't remember if y'all had one when y'all set up at the 70.
Yeah, we did, but it just sat like on an easel on the table.
What do
Was
you
it?
want it to say?
QR.
Sponsored by the park?
Oh, like whenever we have an event, it's like we have our name in the corner and everything. Like this is the event.
Do we know anybody that
All right,
can give us a banner?
Can you, y'all wanna create it? Who created it? Does somebody wanna create the banner?
I'm not creative.
Yeah, I can do something in,
I mean, I could,
I mean, more or less, it could just be the logo.
yeah, or if I can just get a good high resolution logo emailed to me. Then I can get a banner.
Possibly just our logo. Because then we can use it
Sponsored
for
by.
anything we do. I mean, because even with the bikers out here, we could have had that up.
With the
now that
picture,
have
and then we
that.
could have shared that picture. Yeah.
Okay. So something we can use all the time. But it'll need to, I feel like it needs to be our city colors, our true official logo with our true city colors.
Which logo are you gonna use? We have 2.
We do.
The park.
Well, so we have the one with the leaf, and I think that's actually our official logo.
It's this.
Yes, okay. And then is that other one just on Facebook?
Yeah,
with
the
circle
tree,
and the
yeah.
tree? Yeah, okay. Okay, so
I was told that we're trying to keep everybody like the same type of logo.
we are, that's why we're using that.
Oh, is this? There was another one, but now we're doing this one. This one's a. Okay.
There's two different kinds of these, right? Where there's one player on each side of the net and 2 players, right? Is there much difference between them?
For volleyball?
Oh,
Is it easier with the 2 on each side?
yes, but I think sand is different, like different rules than the regular gym.
Yeah, the regular indoor, you go to like 25, you got 6 players.
6 players, right?
Outdoor is like, you go to 15.
Yeah, and then two players or
2
4,
players, yeah.
like depending on.
And you're talking about $50. Is that per person or per?
It's $100 per
It's
team.
100 per team.
Gotcha. Don't know if I don't ask.
It's on the flyer.
I know, read the flyer, Jay.
I worked hard on that flyer, man.
Well, I will look at it, I swear, because I don't want anybody messing with my Dr. Pepper.
Okay, so we had our motion, our second, did we vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Did we
Okay,
vote?
then I think we're ready to go. I got us off track, so I'll
We
get us
voted.
back on track. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're good.
And it was just for the first place trophy, right?
Yes.
Just for one trophy.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I wrote that right.
Second place, I'm getting nothing.
Yep, how you either win or you're a
First
loser.
loser.
One of the
That's
two.
right.
First come.
Okay,
We
number
We don't
12,
believe
sorry,
in
James,
participation trophies.
I distracted everything. Number 12,
Wait, for the banner, do we need a motion something for that? I don't know if it costs any money. Does that cost money for the banner?
Yeah.
Do we need to make a motion for that or like what?
Like,
How about at next meeting you bring us a quote?
yep, I can do that.
Okay.
It's not that much.
Because we
It's like
don't know.
25 or something.
Oh.
Didn't have a meeting for
It's
that.
not gonna be,
Maybe not.
it's
Yeah,
not
I
gonna be
think
a
we
lot.
need to figure that out.
We've got a couple of places that we can get the
I mean,
banners.
we also got a while before November.
There's about 3 or 4 in
Actually,
our
it's
city
just
alone.
it's just,
Just
It
kidding,
feels
it's
like it
October.
should be a long
It's
way.
October.
Should be a long way off, doesn't it?
I don't think it would spend a little extra money on that because it will be used from here on out.
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
activities.
That's what I
Okay,
say.
yeah,
If
not-
it's,
not a lot.
if it's good quality,
Yeah.
I'm all for it. We just need I guess we need to get
Marvin,
you-
what's in our budget?
Let's-
You got about 8,000 in your budget. You've got plenty to
I
spend.
think the new
100 or
physical
something.
year started 10-1, right?
Yeah, how much?
In your dollar donations, you've got at least 8,000.
Oh, you got 14,000 in
Oh,
there.
14,000. So you can spend some money on this kind of
It's
stuff.
like $25, right?
So what kind of banner are you
But
wanting?
that will
'Cause I
require
can get
council approval.
Which one does?
If you're
There's
taking
a
it out
vinyl
of your dollar
banner
fund.
or like a fabric banner.
I think the one that will last and a good quality one, so we're not gonna have to like.
Yeah, vinyl.
And,
Some
about
kind of
how
vinyl
big?
that holds up.
But what do y'all think about, could we get corrugated? Only because the thing with the banners is we have to have the T-post, we have to be able to get it in the ground. We may not always be, where we can get it in ground. I don't know, what do you?
So you
do
want a
banners more
sign?
than I do.
Well, the corrugated signs just don't get that big.
I think it's just do a banner, like a.
Flag.
3x4 or something.
So the 3x5s are what we have at the park.
Mhm.
I mean, they're pretty big. And for something like that, even if I did it at work, it's like $30.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
The way I look at it,
I mean,
if it's a 4 foot long or 5 foot long,
mhm.
normally when you set something up, you're sitting on a 6 foot table. So it'll be almost the same length as the table that you set up. So a 5 foot's more than enough.
Sure.
Perfect.
So if y'all want to, is there any, do you think we need to like approve you $50, $100?
I mean, if you approve 50, it's not gonna cost that much, so you wouldn't need to
So
do
it'll
that
be
much.
fair, okay.
If it's good quality.
Yeah,
If there's
it's gonna
something
be
that's-
like an outdoor premium style banner with hemming. around it.
Now, how many of them are we gonna purchase?
One, for now.
Yeah, and then we'll
Understand.
see what we need after that.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be
And then, I
better,
mean, there's also the fabric banners but y'all want the vinyl, it's fine. Also fabric and those for the 3x5 would be about, well, at least off the top, what I know right now, what I could do, it's like $60. And it's fabric. I have one at home.
Do you think
I can bring it and show y'all.
Fabric, it can be a backdrop on a wall, cause you can, cause you could easily like
manipulate?
staple it to a wall if you
Yep.
wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But then like if you're at an outside event, is that easy to post as well if it's fabric?
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
assume.
my brother said they can do, he's watching.
Oh,
They can do large corrugated boards if, he said, what are we talking about? The PSD ink, I mean, that's where I was gonna make him do the banner. They have other options, but if y'all just wanna ban for now and look into corrugated signs later, or you want me to get it and just,
Like a lot of election signs are 4x4, they're square, they're not really like a 3x5 or like a banner size, they're just square. And I think that, I just think, because then we can take it anywhere we want, and we can stand it up anywhere we want. Even, on a low easel or on a table beside a table, post it up, I don't know. I've dealt with banners here a lot in the last week, and, they're just hard, and when you do post them, it's hard to get them not to sag in the middle, and it's hard to make them look nice, in my opinion. and stay looking nice. Now, when it's just a one-day event, or they're on a fence, like a hard, a background, then it works, but I don't know. But I also
What
think,
options?
is your brother artistic, or does he just do the work? I'm just thinking also, I don't think it needs to be white with just our thing,
Mhm.
like maybe some block colors on there or something, just to kind of offset the writing.
Yeah, so it's not just like
It's not your
the
brother.
logo.
Uh-huh.
And then we need this by November 8th.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just put the sign out 3 days before the
Jill,
event.
you're more of the designer in the group, and you.
I know I'm not creative.
What do you think?
I just don't have a vision. I don't know what you mean by like corrugated.
Okay, like the
What,
yard
like what it
signs?
is?
Yeah.
Like the yard signs that
We've-
you just
we've
stick
got
on
some in the
that have
hallway.
metal, that you just stick in the-
But they come big.
They come
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
Okay.
that plastic kind of material.
Okay, so it doesn't. So it's like firm.
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking, like, I feel like the fabric would be a lot, like, nicer looking. But I haven't dealt with banners, so I know.
It'll be a lot easier to take it from place to place if it's
So,
the
yeah,
banner.
I don't
You got
know.
a 3x5 board.
Okay, but we don't go that many places.
Are you gonna keep it at your house?
I mean, I'll offer to keep it. We have storage here.
So there, I mean,
I mean, if we get
there's
the banner.
also the banners that you can keep compact that have the stand that you pull out.
Oh. yeah.
Get one of those.
There's
Yeah,
also
but
those, but
those
those are a little
kinda-
more,
do you like those?
those are a little
They're
more
easy.
expensive.
We had to use those a lot with HR and recruiting fairs, and they're a pain in the rear end to me. I mean, honestly, I think they look great,
To
but
pull up, well, if you're
Yeah.
doing it outside, so that could be the issue outside though, because if it's super windy, the
Right.
base ain't strong enough to hold it.
so for on this one, okay, because we're still spending less than $100, why don't we go fabric? Because then we could still, because won't that be kind of like a flag?
Yep.
I think it's just more versatile.
Mhm.
Fabric or vinyl, one of those two. Just go with that one. I think the corrugated boards look nicer.
Actually, it might be in my car. Do you want me to go grab both of them?
That'd be
I'll go
great.
grab them. Let me just grab them so y'all can
Show
see.
and tell.
Yeah.
I think
Show
I
and
left it
tell.
in my car.
Because I'm thinking, like the first thing I think about is, like, my cheerleading posters, right? Because, like, whenever we would put together signs for pep rallies and stuff, I feel like it was pretty easy. But then again, it was, like, paper. But then we also got a fabric one, and we just pasted it, like, on walls.
Mhm. Well, it's because it's lightweight. If you go vinyl, you can't really put it on walls, like as backgrounds or something behind a table or something like that. But I'm
But
also
fabric
trying to
would
think
be-
of how many indoor activities we've ever sponsored, and we really haven't. Even the Christmas event is outside.
outside. But it could be, like, on the building, no? We can't.
It depends on where your table is, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, this is an old one that I don't use anymore, so I haven't taken real good care of it. But it's still,
You get a good idea.
I mean, it's still good. So
This
that's the vinyl.
Oh, I see.
You see what I mean?
But
Some
it'll be
background
hemmed
colors.
around the edges.
Should it be tiger striped? I think yes.
So that's that one. I don't use that one because I don't like the black. Black and,
But this one's.
That's the old line.
yeah, that's an old line. And that's like the fabric. And you can wash it.
And which one were you saying that you liked better?
Hmm?
Which one did you like better?
I mean, they're both good. This one is just easier to care for because you can wash it, and if it wrinkles, you can iron it. Like, you
And it's
can-
easy to transport too.
yeah.
I'd say let's
This
start
one you
with
have to
that.
roll up, but you have to roll it. You got to keep it
You
straight.
gotta
You gotta
iron
put
it.
in a tube. But that, but it is. I mean, it's still good quality as long as you take care of it. But I don't use that one anymore because that's the old one. That's why it looks like that.
Yeah.
Or there's a fabric.
I'm indifferent, whatever you guys.
I'm indifferent too. I just think the cloth one is more versatile.
I like the cloth one too.
And if it's, turns out not to be what we need, we can,
We can even put it on the
come back and
table
get it.
too.
Yes,
Yeah,
like part of a tablecloth, like you can
Yeah.
highlight the table.
Yeah.
What about putting that on a building?
You can put those on, you can
With
put those
string.
anywhere that you can put a normal banner, you can put this. on.
Because I know that we have, I know 3 buildings in the city that would allow this to be part.
Like all the time.
As we need it, you know, some of them are doing it that way
Okay.
already. I mean, there are quite a few of our businesses that would be willing to help, especially if there's no cost. Somebody pays for it, you know. But I wish that we could get it out there and get it going and not wait until a week before the event.
Will you do me a favor, whatever, design you'll come up with and whatever your brother does for us, will you make us a yard sign of exactly that as well? That's just simply, mimicking whatever that sign is. Can you do that? I'll pay for it personally, but I'm just thinking about some of the events, like the Christmas event. We want a small sign that we can put somewhere. And I'm just thinking of the setup, that one's not gonna work. I think there are just a lot of times we just need something on the table.
We have a table sign
We do?
Yeah.
Okay,
that we used at the
That's
Christmas
right.
thing last year, and we used at the fall festival last year.
Okay, all right,
The QR code to our donation page.
okay, perfect.
I think Jennifer has it right now.
She'll be back next month.
Okay, so we need a vote on a dollar amount, right, Marvin?
I motion to approve Amanda to spend up to $100 on a fabric 3x5
Van?
banner with the Parks logo that we will provide.
Do we have a second on that?
I second.
All that agree, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
That was great.
Well, sounds like we got another project.
Always.
Y'all ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay. Number 12, discussion and action on proposed improvements of the northeastern corner of McGee Park at the intersection of Greenbrier and Thurston. Is that really the northeastern corner? I thought it was the northwestern.
Northeastern, yeah, it's the northeastern of the property, yes. On that intersection,
Yeah.
you're north on this one and you're on the east side.
Oh, I thought it was northeast. I mean northwest.
That would be on the opposite side.
Huh.
Still north, but it'd be west.
And I'm taking it that this is what we're doing on the, what do they call it, IE or whatever it is?
Yes.
AI?
Or AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As everybody's saying, who ended up making that anyway? Was that something you did?
AI.
Yeah.
It looks
So-
good.
If y'all hadn't seen it, you gotta check in, because it is
It's
very
really cute.
nice.
I have another one to show. I mean, it just, I could never think of what to do in that corner, and I thought it was a great example that might lead us even further if y'all have better ideas. But I really want to encourage y'all to go ahead and do that corner. You've got $2,000 there. That might get it done depending on what all you want to do, but because then that shows the public that we're not just saving money for unrealistic things, that we're going to take their money and put it into action. And that corner is the cheapest part of the whole entire plan, honestly. So, and it's the most noticeable corner of the park, because that's where everybody parks and enters in. Well, in my opinion, Amanda, I don't know, you might think differently, you're there more. But it's kind of the headquarters of that one field anyway. So, but in the meantime, Todd and I have had a discussion and he really wants to, he wants us to consider something other than crushed granite because that, those oak trees drop their leaves and, he feels like it would be quite, hard to keep it blown off and not blow the crushed granite off. So we'll have to do some negotiating with Todd and his
I'm
team.
gonna fight you tooth and nail.
Ultimately, it's y'all's vote. But I did find something that is might be a little more pleasing to you, Todd.
Is it loose?
No. It's
What about a river rock?
It's gonna cost more than the
Yeah, I was about to say
$2,000.
River Rock.
Fill up the 2,000.
Well, that's what we,
just made. Is what we just made. I mean, we advertised this as we want a park upgrade. And so I feel like this would be a good way to turn around and show them, See, either way, you're going to have landscaping, and either way, you're going to,
You might wanna sit down.
It costs way more than 2,000, I'm sure.
well, if we go with cement. Okay, so
We should not do cement.
he's suggesting a pea gravel concrete slab, 4 inches thick.
No.
And so here's a picture that would,
We're not doing concrete.
Is pea gravel like the,
I'm not gonna do with this gravel out there. Y'all just
Okay,
do
but
not
crushed?
understand the mess that's gonna.
well,
create.
quite honestly,
Well, we could do
it would be pointless to spend the money on it because it's all gonna get blown away.
but
So there would
crushed
be no
granite
reason.
is not going to
I'm
get
okay.
blown away.
What is this?
That's just a different version, just kind of showing
okay.
what it might look like with
With actual
cement.
poured concrete.
Yeah.
So,
CISD has used crushed granite in all their high traffic areas. If you can see that,
Yeah.
James.
Yeah, I
It
got
just shows a cement slab or whatever it would be the same shape, like whether we use pea gravel or cement, whatever, would be. But Todd, here's the whole thing. You're still going to have landscaping around there of some kind. Otherwise, there's no sense in doing anything. You want me to have that?
That number? Yeah.
I saw it. But his pea gravel slab just jumped us up to 17,000. I think we could easily, if we use crushed granite.
Did you say 17,000?
17,000. I think we could easily
Yeah,
keep
concrete
it
is
around
just so
5,000.
expensive. I wouldn't put any concrete on. Like,
You're gonna have to remember that you have one person that takes care of the park. And if you put something out there that is loose, that is gonna create more work for him.
But how loose is crushed granite, Todd?
Pretty loose.
yeah,
It's not, it's packed
It's
into
not
the
that,
ground.
it's loose.
The top,
It
the top few things are kind of loose, but crushed granite is packed into the ground. I mean, it's what they use
and I still think
on
even if
sidewalks all the
it's
time.
even if it's not crushed rock, I feel like we could find an alternative. But I wouldn't do concrete.
But y'all gotta remember, this is under every single tree you have in that park. That is the biggest area of leaves that we have to pick up.
And we have that granite over next to where the skate park is. That was laid down and it's all in back in between it and the houses. Of course, it's been there for quite some time. I don't know exactly. We had the grand opening and everything there.
I'm gonna speak with our landscape architect, and I'm sure we can find something that will not be that could accommodate, of course, leaves falling, and then also not do the whole concrete slab.
I mean, the other option would be to just leave it dirt. I mean, I feel like we're half-assed doing a project is what I feel like we're doing. It's one season of the year. It is a park. It is a high-traffic park. And so even if it causes a little bit more work, that's the city's responsibility to make sure we have something pleasing. I don't want to cause you guys more work. That's not what I'm trying to do.
But we
No.
already put loose materials in there. And it's not only that, when you are playing baseball and softball up there, the kids that are out there playing ball, what are their brothers and sisters doing while they're there?
Throwing
Right now,
rocks.
they're just running around because there's no playground.
They're out there
But-
playing in the dirt and playing in the leaves.
But crushed granite is not something they really dig in. I mean, it's, and this, yeah, crushed granite is not something like they enjoy digging in. Crushed granite doesn't have rocks that they can pick up and throw. It doesn't have, you know, I don't know, I think crushed granite is the answer, but, I mean, the only other option, and I don't think it's going to be aesthetically pretty, but we can just leave it all dirt and just add the benches and the little bit of landscaping around the benches. You see what I'm saying? Like, just take all that stuff out, but part of the unpleasantness of that corner is the dirt, you know?
Yeah.
And the leaves.
Right, but you don't have to keep it 100% leaf free. I mean,
No, but when we just do it once a month, it
Uh-huh.
piles and piles and piles up right there.
Yeah, and if
but
you
it
do it
does
in
that whether
fall,
we have dirt or
Does it
concrete
no
or
matter
anything.
what?
Right.
What I'm saying, so whatever you decide to do right there, if it's gonna be any type of loose material at all, it's gonna get blown out. That leaf blower that he uses, cause he blows it all up against the fence where he can go and pick it up.
So basically, we can't have anything beautiful because it requires work? I mean, that's what I'm hearing, Todd.
No, what I'm telling you is it's not going to last. But a cement slab will.
But a cement slab would go against everything, I feel like what we've been trying to do here. Like, I think that,
yeah.
I disagree. I think if you've got it under like the benches and the like picnic table.
did you see how much it costs for concrete? Like that, I would not
Now,
pay.
this quote here is doing exactly what your picture showed. This is going around the trees, putting a curb all the way around it. This is like the top. We can square it down and get it cheaper.
Well, this doesn't have the whole entire, you're doing that, the whole entire corner?
No, everything that you see right there.
Okay.
Are you awake over
I had
there?
him give me a bid to do
Hmm?
that.
Are you awake?
Put a curb
Yeah.
I thought I heard you snore.
No, not yet.
Because if you don't, that's where your stormwater is gonna come right through there and wash everything onto your area.
Is DG too loose?
Huh?
Is DG? I think DG could be pretty, the way it's compacted.
Maybe.
You know, I feel like
What's DG?
it's kind of like,
Decomposed granite?
yes.
Okay, well, that's, I keep
It's
saying
still-
crushed granite.
It's still gonna be a loose material. You do pack it in, but over time,
Yeah, well, we just gotta keep it maintained, right? But I still think,
there's not maintaining that if it gets thrown out into the street, into the.
well, then maybe he's not gonna be able to use the leaf, that blower in this, just this part of the park, maybe for a little bit until,
What about like that, like rubber
Yeah, I'd like that.
material?
the one on playgrounds.
Yeah. Or something similar.
It's expensive too, but
That is very.
Could
yeah,
you
that's
walk
very
on it?
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda, what are some of your thoughts you're having? This is kind of your part.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
And we could walk around there and see that granite.
there used to
'Cause it's in
be right
place.
there a playground. It was just a bus, but it gave all the kids something to do. The little kids, if their parents wanted them closer. So this is a little field. So we have the big playground in between the fields that the older kids go and play on. Their parents aren't keeping such close eye on them because, whatever, they're older, they go play. Over here, it gets dark when the sun starts going down while we're playing games because all the trees. Parents want their kids close. They got nothing to do but to run around and throw acorns at each other. So, I mean, the benches are nice. And I know we want some small improvements so we can show that we're doing improvements, but I just feel like over here, we need a smaller playground for the kids to be on, and it doesn't even have to be a playground. It could be one of those round things that kids climb on, or just something for them to do.
Or crawl on or climb or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In an area, but I know you want to make improvements, and that area is a lot of dirt. But that's just where, and it's shaded, so a lot of parents bring their kids over there to play on the playground in the shade in the summer, so.
The other thing to remember on this too, this area right here, that's also right where your walking trail's gonna be going through.
Well,
That's in the master plan.
okay. I mean, that's definitely something we need to avoid, is having to move the stuff later for that. But I think just something, and it doesn't even have to be this big, but you know, Amanda, wasn't a lot of that playground equipment to.
Yeah, I mean, it's to the
left?
side, mm-hmm,
Yeah.
it's to the side, yeah.
I mean, something that we can move this monument to, have something that makes it look like a park. Then the trail could continue going around it. What if we don't?
There's also another corner up the hill on Thurston and Glenwick where the sign is
Yeah.
and the tree, and there was like a flower bed beside it. That could also be a small area that might be cheaper than this right now to improve and maybe get, some flowers or something going on right there because it's a shaded corner. The sun wouldn't hit it too hard. They probably wouldn't die as fast. And we could keep it together. And while we only have one person taking care of the park, I also go over there and take care of it, and it would make it prettier.
Yes.
And it might be cheaper.
So I guess where I'm having a huge conflict right now is that we can't lower our standards because our public works doesn't have the help, because your team has even relieved them of half the work they have to do.
That's not
So-
true.
Then if she wasn't doing what she was doing, they would have a lot more work.
No, they're still doing the same job out there that they've always done.
Okay.
But he also has 10,000 other places in this town that he has to take care of as well.
I mean,
So how do we get a second person for that?
well, that.
Paying
that's
about
what discussed
50,
with
60,000.
council, but-
So
That's why you don't always let people go as well. That's a council and a public works and a city manager problem to discuss. But this doesn't, I'm not gonna lower our standards.
I don't even think it's necessarily about lowering our standards. It's if there's only one person doing the work and it means the work's not gonna get done, I don't wanna pour money into something that's gonna end up not looking nice because
Well,
we don't
and
have
that
the
is-
capacity to care for it.
Yes, and that is the city's biggest complaint about our parks and our all of any green space we have. And so if we have to look into contracting, whatever we have to do to make sure our spaces are taken care of, then we're gonna have to do that.
So you're taking this the wrong way when I'm telling you about just one person. I'm not saying that Ryan can't handle the work. What I'm saying is the type of stuff that y'all are wanting to put right there is not going to last.
So are we okay coming back next year and being like, hey, we need to buy more gravel? Like, as a parks board, are we okay with that?
If it's decomposed granite, you think it will wash away?
No.
I did it over, yeah, I did.
It did at the skate park.
Can we, who's
Pretty
the
steep.
design person?
I did.
If in this picture, it doesn't have to look exactly
Right,
like this picture.
right.
We can redesign it to where it's a smaller section. And maybe even have a border. I don't know if we can do cement border all the way around it, but even just to have the park bench with the monument that's out there, condense it some, but at least it puts a focus on that corner and a sign that says this is a park. And then we can possibly add something for little kids to do. Those little iron things were, those metal things, it may have given the kids something to do, Amanda, but it was pitiful looking. But we
The
did add,
bus, yeah, but, I mean, there's other, we just need a, we really, we
Okay.
really need a playground.
And I feel like maybe
I
we
know.
could find one that's,
but the playground is in the master plan with a grant coming, not in something that's under small like this. So can we work together to come up with a better design? Because this was AI, it didn't have measurements, it didn't know how close to the tree stuff was, to where it's a smaller section possibly, because it shows crushed granite going all the way back around to that cement block that's already there. And it doesn't have to necessarily be that way. And I keep saying crushed granite, know that I mean decomposed granite.
Marvin, is there water in that corner?
No,
But these are native, that's why there was a lot of rock added, because when I put in the instructions, I said, too much shade to grow, needs to be native Texas plants, landscaping needs to be low maintenance. And so I think that's why they chose to use more rocks than living plants.
and it's under shade.
And
Right,
not much is gonna
right,
grow.
there's nothing is gonna grow under those trees.
No. Well, dirt.
I'll take a look at it and get with our landscape architect and see what they've done in areas like this and have that low maintenance and still provide something.
But no matter what we do, if it's gonna truly beautify it, our workers may have to handle that corner with not as much powerful blowers, you know? I mean, it's just that one corner. But I just don't, I think this park is too important to have it looking good. I agree, we've got to have a win-win situation where it's as low maintenance as possible, but there's going to be some upkeep and maintenance, and that's just the bottom line. And that is the city's responsibility to take care of, you know? And I'm not saying anyone's not, I'm just saying it is the city's responsibility to keep up with.
So who's gonna do like the installation or like
The what?
the installation? Like who, I mean, I feel like it's gonna cost the money just to get like a plan, like a real plan and then materials and then for somebody to actually go out and.
I mean, if we have all the equipment, Marvin, I don't know why the city wouldn't do it.
no. Well, I'm sure we could. It's just, I don't know how much it is to purchase all that stuff. It's-
Right. The decomposed granite for that area of space, if we don't go back as far as they did it, I think it would be under a couple $1,000s, to be honest. It's usually, I'm trying to think, it's usually about 300 a ton, maybe. And
But
that's,
you don't want a cement curb around it,
I don't think so.
how you gonna pack it?
Well, you would have to dig into the ground. I was thinking it just needs to be level with what's there already. I don't think it needs to be raised up. I was thinking we would go down as much as we could so that it's level with everything else.
Does this granite
keep
have
playing
different
with designs.
sizes?
and until we get exactly what we want.
Yeah, I think
But,
so.
uh,
And I think we just need to have more conversations,
Yeah.
see some options.
And in the meantime, we'll add that other section, Amanda, where the big sign is.
Mhm.
I was driving by there one time. Is that sign, is it not rotted? I mean, is this still a good sign?
No.
Okay, and it looks like the flower bed is coming down.
That's all down, that's all rotted, all those boards down there just need to be taken out.
Okay, so if we are cost conscious on this corner, then we might add in something in that section where the main sign is. This seems to be the highest traffic for the neighborhood people to see, visibility. But that other sign is kind of the biggest sign that announces it's, McGee Park. So, so that would be the next area.
That's our lunch spot.
That's your lunch spot?
We're
Yeah.
doing lunch.
Y'all have tables over there? Are there
I
tables
just
over
sit in the truck in the
Oh.
shade.
There's always someone sitting in a truck in the shade when I go over there and drag the
It's
field.
perfect spot for the trash can.
So I guess what do we need to move forward? You're gonna talk to your person.
We just need to come back. We don't have to take action on this tonight.
Okay.
We need to come back with more thoughts, and, estimates maybe. But we really can't even get estimates until we know exactly what we want. But we could get pricing on what stuff costs per ton, or if we narrow, I'll send this picture to y'all, because if we narrow it down to a square like that, even that much decomposed granite versus cement, that might please Todd a little more, maybe, I don't know. So, ultimately, it's y'all's choice, not even mine. Ultimately, it's y'all's decision, but this would be great to be able to have a small something that's visible and have it done by the first of the year. And then when they're announcing that grant and that we got it and all of this kind of stuff, then it's, you can have groundbreaking there. You can have a lot of stuff there. But anyway, so now that y'all know kind of where we want to head with that, I think the whole thing needs to, I had in my head, we were gonna spend about $5,000 or less. So
I feel like there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done to the park. And I feel like throwing money to make a prettier spot of the park is just making something bad look kind of good. I feel like we need a lot of improvements. I feel like if y'all go out there and look around and see what is going on everywhere, the concession stand, the bathrooms, the equipment rooms, the fields, the bleachers, there's a lot more, we could be putting that money towards a lot more than just making a pretty corner. I feel like we need to fix inside the park and all the other things and make that look good, and then we could worry about, making it prettier on the outside, because on the inside, it's not great. It's really not great. It's rusted, the bathrooms are leaking, concession stands leaking, the lights are about to fall off, the bleachers are loose and coming off, the
Is that
fields
our
are way unlevel,
responsibility?
and we're trying to level it out. There's just a lot of things, I know we got the water fountain that, but we can't just bring in pretty things to the park when we got all these other things that need to be fixed first.
Right.
That's
Which I think
Just
those are
where
gonna
I'm
change,
at.
right? With
if
the
we get
master
the-
plan?
if we get the grant, but what if we don't?
Right.
That grant that has, if I remember
It's
right,
not
the
doing
grant does
anything.
nothing to the fields, right?
Or the bleachers, or it's
It's just
it's
the walking
walkways
path
and
and
then
playground.
There
playground.
was the
Oh,
Texas Rangers grant that covered all of the
Yeah.
functional pieces of the actual sports field.
Now, we've made some improvements, I've painted the bathrooms, kind of made them look a little better. And, I'm trying to level out the fields, we're doing it all by hand here. And really just me, I'm doing it, I'm leveling out the fields, I'm painting the bathrooms, I'm doing all of that at the park. I'm taking care of the field, not that y'all are, but I'm trying to make it better.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if this is the main park, that we really need to, you really need to see what's wrong with it and what we need to do to improve, because as a league, we have started from nothing, and now we have, 12 teams in the spring playing at this park. And, kids go there, and we just have not great conditions for it, and then you have other towns come over, and they talk a lot of crap that,
Yeah.
about, oh, this and that, and I just want it to look good. And as we're growing this, and I want it to be good for the kids, that's why I go over there every day. That's why I'm there every day, and I put in so much work, and I'm so passionate about the park, because, all these kids are going over there. They're growing up there, and then all these kids are going into the schools, into the high school. I mean, they're gonna be around, and I want them to have something nice
To be proud of and represent.
to be proud of. And I've already, got the neighborhood kids. They already come to me and ask me. I've already talked to them to make sure that they're cleaning up, that they're not pulling things out from the park. We got good conversation going. And the basketball court, I've talked to them. They don't all listen, but it has started to get a lot cleaner. And I've talked to them all and asked them, hey, please pick up your trash. You're trashing this park out. We're over here cleaning it up. So I'm trying, and I'm not saying that is a good idea. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that need to be done at that park for it to be nice and for the city, for it to be something that the city can be proud of. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Sorry. Went on.
No, I think that's extremely valid and very important. And I think we don't know all those things.
Yeah.
Because we don't know baseball and softball and stuff. And so, I would like for you to look at it like this. I agree, so we can scale back on, making it pretty, but it's kind of like real estate. When you're selling a house and you want other investors to come in and look at it, they've got to see something eye-catching first, because they're not gonna see all the, there may be a person wanting to donate $400 or $500 and they've seen that we've made effort, but the hard work that you put into it isn't what other people know it goes into it, and it's kind of, you paint your kitchen cabinets and you can get an extra $10,000 in your house, things like that. So I think we have to start, I think we have to do something that beautifies it and focuses it, but we can scale down. I see what you're saying. I think you need to help us prioritize the next thing. I mean, if we have $14,000 in donation, in a dollar donation, then what would be your next priority to make that park more functional? I mean, it's gonna have to be a process for sure, but would you want us to hit the concession stands first? Or, and remember, we've got $14,000 and about maybe $3,000 in our other fund. So you would have to, you and Todd both would have to kind of guide us with what would be the best start for that. I mean, because you're right, and I know I've seen White Settlements Park, I've seen the other ballparks, and I know ours is lowest on the totem pole. But that was also what the Texas Rangers grant was supposed to hit, was all the functionality of the sports part of it. And then the master plan, also you have to realize we're banking on this park not only being for baseball. It has to appeal to the entire city. And that's why we're putting walking trails around it. That wasn't just for softball people that go out there, to have it. It's for the whole city to be able to enjoy this green space. So the master plan is about that aspect of it. And that's what the Texas Parks and Wildlife Grant is covering, those things. Texas Rangers was supposed to cover the sports part of it, and then the dollar donations were going towards just the beautification of it. So, but we have to reapply for the Texas Rangers, which we've got to create more of a narrative, more of a heartfelt narrative.
Yeah, we're
so
getting
that
some
they
letters
can,
together.
so that they feel compelled to help us as well. But in the meantime, choose a priority and let's
Run with it.
start seeing what we can do.
Yeah.
So again, there's no action on this, so James, I guess unless someone else has comments or questions, we can move on to the next one.
I just know that it's hard for this city to have all these real nice items and to do stuff that around Every has. I mean, like you mentioned, Lake Worth. We have sales tax revenue of which that we won't, and I doubt if we ever will. Seems like the only thing we can do is it's a real challenge. You know, it's just rough. It's a lot easier for Lake Worth to do that and a lot of the others, and it's and people, they always wonder, they go, well, how come y'all don't have all that? Well, we don't have all that sales tax revenue. We don't have any way of getting it, So, but I'm glad that there's some of us that is willing to try and try to make it the best that it can be. But we've got a big challenge, that's for sure. But I just hope we don't throw away the money just for throwing it away.
I don't think anyone here is doing
It's been that way in the past, so. Okay, anybody got anything else to say? So we're fixing you're checking with your landscaper, right?
Yep.
And get some of that. What else do we got planned?
Hey, Amanda was going to prioritize figuring out what needs the most attention, and then we're gonna come back next month and discuss. Marvin, do you have a survey of that part? Can you send it to me?
Sure can.
Thank you.
Any other comments before we move on? Okay. A discussion and action on participation in the college career military readiness at Gasperry High School on October the 27th.
Yeah, for some reason, they're real interested in the park board being there. It's from 8 to 3. And I don't know if it's something we want to talk about, possibly splitting up, or if it's something we just don't feel like we can do. I just need to let them know something. I think it's worthwhile thing, that's for sure, but it takes a lot of dedication and time.
So did they just want us to have like a table there, or like what?
Yeah,
are
I
they
think that's
asking?
what it is. I'm going to get more of the facts. I know Jennifer said she would do it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
'cause
help.
She's on maternity leave.
Well, and I'm wondering also, not just Parks Board, but when you think about career wise, if they're wanting to bring in exposure to what all y'all bring to the table, like being a civic engineer, being the creative aspect of it and what your careers really are. And I don't think it's just to advertise Parks Board. I think it's
Oh, okay.
to show the kids what they can do with their passion as far as city parks. That's how I take it. I don't know. I don't think it's just to give the Parks Board exposure. I think because it's college career.
I can help for a few hours. I can't stay all day, but I can give some time.
Well, if y'all are interested in doing it, I'll talk to them about seeing more of what they are really looking for.
What day is that?
October 27th.
It's Monday.
It's a Monday.
Monday. Well, I know I'm out because I got 3 days straight of terrorist training out in Six Flags, and y'all be seeing a lot of it on TV.
All right. And then you said Jennifer was interested in being there?
She said something to me about it.
Okay.
but,
Do we have to say the whole day, or could we just?
No,
Okay.
I was thinking about maybe just splitting up
Yeah.
amongst all of them.
Well, who can actually be there? I think it's just two, right? Or who else? Yeah, just Jennifer and somebody here.
Jennifer and Claire and us, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll let Todd talk to him.
I'm at a conference. I can't go there.
Try to swing by during lunch if I don't have a meeting.
So I guess we'll move on if everybody's finished. Okay, city manager, September 2025, Parks Board financial report.
We made it by the skin of our teeth, I can tell you that.
You did what?
We made it by the skin of our teeth through
Really?
the whole fiscal year. It was, we expended 97.85% of what we had budgeted, and ended up with 2,966.84, if nothing else comes in that we haven't already processed.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, we should have spent $2,000 more, Marty.
Mean.
Yeah.
You just said it.
Yeah, congratulations for watching the bottom line.
We don't lose it though, right?
We do.
And
Budget starts over.
is that money, what's left, doesn't,
So we
it just goes back to
lost
general fund?
$2,900.
No,
No,
Where
does
does
it
it
stay and rotate?
it doesn't, it don't move on, it comes to an end. So that's just what you're left with. And then, of course, all of the departments together that make up the general fund, some may be a loss, some may be a gain. It's more of an auditor thing.
Yeah.
So we should just.
So it's not like we got
So we did
$4
last
grand left and we're gonna go spend it
No,
before Saturday.
no, it won't. Each year that
Now we know.
you start over the next year, brand new.
So just.
So it's not like the money is a loss. The money goes back to the general fund.
Yeah,
And so, that helps balance out the other fund, budgets that we have. And that's not to say, the public works didn't get something out of that 2,900 if we had something left over. It's not a complete loss. But keep in mind, I would say around July, you need to know how much is in your budget and how much is forecasted to spend and how much you may have at the end so that you can spend it. We did this last year and
We did do
it
it last
actually
year.
caused us to go over our budget a little bit, which is all fine because the other general budget took care of it. But around July is your point where where you stand for the fiscal year, and so start making those plans.
Did we have this conversation?
Last year we did.
We did last year. I think this year we were already pretty close. Like we were pretty on target at like whatever the percentage was for however far through the year we were. I mean, a couple of $1,000 is really pretty close, right, to balanced. So, but yeah, last year we did.
So when we think it's zero at the end, we just spend $3,000 more.
Got it.
All right.
just be careful with that concept because if everybody does that, you're going in the hole.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay, move on to the next. Committee reports, Lions Triangle.
Still there.
Anybody got
Yeah,
it?
they made some improvements
Still
down
there.
there. No, not Lions Triangle.
I said that. out loud.
Heritage Park?
Heritage Park, they made They made a beautifying thing down there. I thought looked really good.
It looks good. We talked about it last time. It looks really good.
We got a motorcycle trail there now.
In Heritage Park,
Mm-hmm.
a motorcycle trail?
Yeah,
Oh, you mean some kid came and put it on there?
they've been driving it and made a trail through there.
Oh my god.
What?
We
Do you think a
call-
motorcycle or maybe an electric bike?
Motorcycles, two of them.
Little dirt bikes.
We call
How did people not see that? Yeah.
them, we call them.
People see it. People are riding 4-wheelers through the park. I had to get on in. And they're riding on my field, which I
Jeez, I would have been.
was
mad.
not going for.
Yeah.
So we got on them as well, but
But when you see stuff
Another
like that,
reason to have
you need
cameras
get
at the
PD
park.
on.
I've been calling.
Yeah.
The guy who's ringing Twisted Teas on the bleachers hasn't been back yet, but as soon as he is, I'll call, cause he's just throwing his can. There's a trash can right next to him.
And you said that they're riding motorcycles
Yeah,
at Heritage Park.
we caught them and police took care of it.
That little bitty
They're
area?
having fun.
They had a good little trail through there.
How long ago was this?
Just a couple of weeks ago, we caught them.
I will say I haven't had any more 4-wheelers coming through the park, and one of them was my daughter's friend, and every time she sees them at school, she's like, that's when you call the cops on, and I'm like, good. Good. Tell them I'll do it again.
What some people do for entertainment. Okay, move on. Wooldridge Park.
Nothing's changed there.
Robin's not here.
And like I said, at Wooldridge Park, if you see that granite, if you want to go look at it and it's been down, please take the time to look at that. Because that's where the granite is in our city. You know, so you don't have to drive 5 miles to go see it. It's right here. And you can make your decision on whatever. McGee Park, which we've been talking about. Lone Star JR Park.
No
Oh.
changes.
Yeah.
Well, we ripped up a little bit more of that fabric.
Huh?
We ripped up some more of that fabric, got it out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And Lighted Park. Not much going on there.
Just mowing it.
And, the broomsticks get a little pretty wild. One day they're not there, the next day they're growing like nobody's business.
I guess we need to start putting the event center on this list. So we can start talking about the event center as well. That is a park.
Okay.
Well, the outside is.
Yeah.
Not the center
Right.
itself.
So when do we start that?
Well, we all know what's going on right now is the parking and the pavilion. I'm still working on all that. So
I say,
as far as once that pavilion's up, what input the park can put into what they'd be used for, I'm sure it'd be very beneficial.
and this weekend is the custom car show this weekend,
Yes.
isn't it?
Uh-huh. Along with haunted house. Is that right? Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. Correspondence, board members' questions, comments, and announcements. If nobody has any, we'll move to adjourn. Not trying to speed anybody along, but
Motion to adjourn.
second,
Second.
all those that agree, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you for everybody participating. I know sometimes it feels like it's a dead end road, but
What's going on with the?
yeah.